Everyone. It's Rhonda Live here. I'm so excited that you are joining us for Matters of the Heart, hearing the heart of our mothers in regarding dating, purpose, and life. We need it all together, working together. So, this is for my single sisters or brothers who desire to be married or currently dating. We are so excited to have with us this time Evangelist Missionary Shana Pollard from Michigan, and she is absolutely amazing. She is a mother, not only physically mother birthing her own children, but she has adopted children. She doesn't even call them her adopted children. They are her children as well. She has spiritual children, and she keeps it real. She keeps it 100. She is married, and she is an awesome woman of God. And so today she is going to talk with us. She's going to share some tips for those of you who are dating, who want to be married, and maybe even some of you who are married. I believe that even when you get married, you should still date. Come on here. So even if you're married, please continue to watch. Make sure you like and share this broadcast with someone else so that they can be blessed too. We're in this thing together. And at Finding Your Heart, we want to make sure that you are dating the Christian way, the godly way, and pursuing healthy relationships. But before you get married, knowing who you are, you got to know who you are before you get into covenant with someone else. So, without further ado, I would love to invite our special guest up to the stage, and she can share in her own way anything else about herself. But she is amazing. So, come on up, come on up. I call her Mama Shana.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, we're so glad you're here.
I'm
I,
so glad to
I
be
didn't
here.
ask for your professional background, but I know you've done a lot of things. Anything else you want to share with the people about what
That's
you've
it.
done?
Even Angela, so yeah, when it comes to that, I've done that. I've had a daycare for over. I've run a daycare for about 25 years. I real estate. I um, life and health insurance sales. I've done that. Party and wedding planning. I've done that. I owned a transportation service, a balloon company, Puff Love Balloons. I did that. It's like I've done a lot, because I like my time. So if it's something I can do, that I had a lot of professional jobs because I like family. I like to be able to, and I like to be able to go to Dubai too. So I had to go to work. So it's like those things. They incorporate it all. I've had plenty of professions. I've worked in banking and finance. So I've done a lot of things in a lot of areas naturally. So, and it's helped me. It's always somebody there that God wants me to be attached to. So He sends me to out and about to do a whole lot of different things. So I've had quite a bit of professions naturally. So, but yeah, we've been out here a long time. This old lady's been some places.
And I know that's the truth. Places with some experiences. One of
Yeah.
the things I love about Mama Shannon, you all, is one, of course, she says, sanctified filled with the Holy Ghost. She will lay you out any
Amen.
minute. You could be in the grocery store and the Lord will begin to speak to her. Okay. But also, I love that she is fashionable from head to toe and she keeps it real. So I don't know what tip you want to start with first
Well,
for.
we'll do that one since you talked about fashion. And what I have this little saying that holiness is not homeliness. We have to remember that our Lord is attractive. He's alluring. He wants people to come into Him. Who wants to? And so all of their sin and to those who, what's the word that they were? I don't know what the word that the young people use now, but in my day we used the word dissing. I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm not throwing shade anywhere. If this is your shoe and you like wearing it, keep on wearing your shoe. That's what you do. But for me, holiness is more than a t-shirt and a denim skirt that's down by your ankles. That you can be saved. You can be saved and show your ankles. Yes, you can. You can. You can.
Yes.
You can. Now again, holiness is not holiness, and holiness is not hoishness either.
Come
Now,
on
pray
here.
for me because there is modesty is still what God is calling for. You can still look like a lady at the daytime. You don't have to look like one at night to call yourself cute. So just be in modest apparel, but there ain't nothing wrong with putting on some clothes that fit you. You a size 16 and you got on 24 clothes, or you sitting down here 21 years old walking around with all these diamond studs on your suit with the little lapel in the front. Come on. That's your grandmama suit.
I love it. It's so interesting you talk about that because I was more on the I wouldn't say that, but I would wear a whole lot of baggy clothes because
Mhm.
I didn't know my I guess my style, and so
Mhm.
I was doing what I saw those who I looked up to do.
That's right, and it's nothing wrong with you admiring the mothers, and that's because you those are the people that were praying with you and pray, and for them, for the mothers, they were fashionable for their era and for the people for them. But as a 21-year-old girl, you coming in here with this study suit on, and some of them even mess around and put on the hat. What you say? Not not. I mean, and if again, if that's who you are at 21, God bless you. You rock on with your bad self.
Right,
But for most of us, that was at 21 in holiness, that's not what you were feeling, but that was the image. Now, I must say, I much rather see you in that studded suit with the lapel and the big old hat and the flesh tone stockings that's a little ashy, make your legs look ashy, and the little white shoes that they wear. I would much rather see you that than to have on, your little booty shorts or whatever. There've been people walking around in, but it's like again, there's a happy medium where you can be in modest apparel and be attractive because, and my incident came because I too am guilty. I remember there was a young lady came to me and I was witnessing her and talking to her. She says, I remember you when I was a teenager and you were a young adult and I didn't accept Christ fully. I was always around the church and we're 5 generations of holiness. But in my young adult life, I was always in church, but I wasn't always in God. Hello, you understand that one? And God wasn't always in me. It was one of those situations. I was around the church, but I was in the building. But when I wasn't, so she remembered some things she was like, I always wanted to see what you were going to wear and what you're going to do because I've always been a plus size woman, but God has blessed me with knowledge of how to in hand and do what I need to do for me and to step out looking nice. And so she was like, but then it seems like every time I saw you, you had on this long blue jean shirt and a t-shirt and your hair in a ponytail. I said, well, you normally catch me when I'm like maybe at the going to get supplies or doing grocery shopping. But I know there was a time in my life that that was my roundabout. My leggings days were over. Those jeans and days were over. And that does we know the jeans don't make you unholy. Come on now, we passed that stage, but it's just the fact that that's what I wore. And I repented to her, and I came back home, and after I got done crying, because I'm a big crybaby too, but I had to repent to myself, and you know what, Lord, I am really letting your people down. I, I got off my square because somebody like you, where you were wearing those older lady suits. Somebody told me that I had to look a certain way, and I was like, no, somebody needs that me. Somebody's not gonna hear her. They're not gonna hear this blue jean skirt.
that's
Somebody need to see that blouse that buttons all the way up to the top.
right.
That's cute in a skirt that show a calf every now and then.
Yes, exactly. And more, and also your friends, your future spouses, they're looking for the real us to show up. They don't want the counterfeit us. And I think sometimes how we dress is based off of what other people may think are their expectations. So one of the things I did was I started a little Pinterest board and I would look at pictures or go to magazines and figure out, oh, I really like that. That looks nice. And I hooked up with one of my sisters who I admired the way she dressed. It was modest, but it was trendy and it was cute. So look, y'all, phone a friend. You don't have to look like you
That's
89.
right.
And I love how 89-year-old, but if, like you said, Mama Shana, if you are 21, 22, 23, it's okay. So tell us another tip. Tell us another tip that you would share with our amazing women.
Okay, and so we talked about that, and that is it. And I'll wrap that up with just saying that's it. It's okay to be trendy. Just remember to be holy. Bottom line, modest is always there. Another thing and it does. You have to know you. Don't worry about. We're talking about clothes for a minute, but just so we're dealing with that. We're done with clothes, so we'll deal with that. Another part is just to remember that be a prize, and then once you become a prize, then make sure that you know that you're the prize. But you have to give people something. You have to have substance. A pretty face and a small waist, that's cool, but it has to be something in there. It has to be some ragu. You need something in there. You just can't you have to have something in there. A woman needs to have substance. Definitely have substance because again, marriage, even in because if you're not whole, you're going to attract another broken, and then you're just going to be a whole bucket of crumbs. And nobody want to be living with a bucket of crumbs all their life. You want some stuff that's together. And you can grow together and mend each other in some areas, but you need to be whole. Marriage is for whole people, two whole people coming together to be one together. Be a prize. Be a prize, but you have to be one. You can't just be walking around. Can you imagine being an old broke down trophy and you talking about I'm number one? They'd be like, for who?
No, you're not.
For what? Yeah, I was like, I remember we were in this big contest. Oh God, I was in my 20s. We were in this contest at work, and when they got done, they was like, and and the prize is, I think, an extra 10 minutes, and I was like, that's the prize. It ain't even worth the effort. It's not even worth putting any for. If this is all I get, and this too, I laughed. I said I made an analogy once. I asked what was his favorite car, and he said he wanted this Maybach and all this about it. I said, but he wanted to be black and he wanted his rims to be a certain way. And I said, so what would happen if I give you? I know it's but that's what you want. But what if I give you uh, a little Chevy, and it's a brand new Chevy, and you never have to pay any insurance. You never have to buy gas. I give you a card, unlimited gas. If you have any need of repairs, you just take it to the Chevy dealership, and they'll they'll fix it, whatever's wrong with it, and you can never sell it, and you can never sell it. But you can buy other cars. But what would you do? He was like, I'll ride it till the wheels fall off. hmm I'll ride it till the wheels. And I tell women that's how men will do you. They don't really want you. You're not what they want. That you're not the person that they want. You're not the person that they want. They're investing their time in. You're not even a woman that they would spend their money on. But if you offer yourself to them, they
Wow.
will ride you till the wheels fall off. They
Wow.
will use you up. They will
Yeah.
burn your tires up and go get some more and burn them up too, knowing that they don't even want you, but they will use you because you've made yourself
Available.
available to them.
Woo!
Yeah, so don't, yeah, folks do that. And let's put this out there. It ain't just men folk with women and men relationships. Folk will do you like that too. If you don't know the purpose of your life, folks will give you a purpose. You hear me? And it's to serve them.
Yeah,
They'll make your purpose be to serve them. So know who you are and stand there and be it.
that's good.
Let's
You just said so much. Oh my gosh. You just said so much. I was thinking about the car scenario and how, as women, I've been there, we could be so desperate and want something so much that we're blinded, that we're being used or that we're being strung along. I was in a relationship being strung along almost a year and a half, hoping, oh, they'll change, oh, you know what I mean? No. And then the second piece, you said how people will use you to serve them. That means they're your master.
uh-huh.
I mean, that means you're not listening to God. How can you hear or see a husband or a wife coming along when you're serving something that has your life in that much control? And that happens more.
Oh yes,
Lord.
more often than not, because it's the point. Where God is so loving and loyal. He won't fill a void that's already filled. I mean, there's no room for him. So if you got Pookie sitting in the space entertaining Pookie, Roger sitting in the corner, waiting for just who God has created you to be, but you're giving him too much space. Always available for nonsense. No, get out. God can't fill shoes that you already has filled up. Make way for God to move in your life and to do give you what you need. We have to pray that God changes our appetite, because some of the times we just craving and want things that is messing us up. We're regurgitating because we're trying to digest something that's not created for us, and but we desire it, so we seek after it. But we have to say, Lord, change my appetite. Change my appetite have an appetite for your will for my life. Because sometimes I've always been dealing with on a weight loss journey. I was born 14 pounds, so it's like I was born on a weight loss journey. So it's like, okay, so that's one of my personal issues. So you have to say, Lord, change my appetite. Let me crave you and the things of you, of your will, because we truly desire things that it's just not for us. And we have to get past that so we can get what we need. God wants to give us everything. All good things come from Him. He wants us to have His best. But we have here giving our time. And I have to say this too. We have to watch ourselves as young women. Well, I used to be a young woman, but as young women, you have to watch yourself that even when you're spending time with people, just dating or just hanging out, talking to people, watch how you carry yourself. Because one thing about, I could say, as women, men, if they go to the movies and they're going out to dinner and they're just talking, it could be a totally platonic relationship, holy in every way. That is totally fine. But you be at the movie with Johnny. You could be with the same Johnny at the movie with Johnny, at Applebee's with Johnny after church, and after the musical, y'all went and got ice cream. And then Johnny, you find out that Johnny's prayer life is not cohesive to yours, and that Johnny is wanting something different. He didn't do anything dishonorable, even in anything unholy, but you just realize that there's some things that your past will not connect, and so you decide that you're not going to go have dinner with Johnny anymore. And now you were talking to Paul, and they have now labeled you. Uh huh. You a toss about you a church thought. What they call them thoughts them.
A church spot. You're right. You're right. You're right.
That holy one over there. That holy
Yes,
one over there. But she's
exactly.
still holy. But the world don't know it because they don't view us the same. You can call it unfair if you want to, but no, you
Yeah.
have to. They taught it. Keep folks out your door.
Yeah.
Everybody, you're right. God bless you. Give them holy hugs. But you over there full embracing all these folk.
Come on.
Because with any man, and with any man, what the kids say. Oh, I don't like him. Oh my, he's for everybody. There was this one little. He was in everybody's. But he for everybody. He not for just one. Because everybody. He's always flattering to everyone. Always. Men want to feel special too. We're not the only ones. They want to know that they got a prize. This is somebody that's going to be financially responsible for you, emotionally responsible for you, spiritually responsible for you. Your husband is your little Jesus. There's he's your little Jesus. Yeah, you can still go. You can still go to God. Thank God we can do that. We can still go to the Lord in prayer for ourselves. But when you accept the covering, he's there. He's your little Jesus, and
Woo.
he needs to be able to. Who don't want to be proud of their mate? You don't want nothing been cheese has been passed around, then they're gonna tell you to put it on your sandwich. Everybody touching all on it, and then they're gonna say here.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly right. You're exactly right. You
we
gotta
have to keep
choose. Why?
ourselves.
Yeah.
Choose
Why
wisely.
should I go out with you? That's time.
That's time, and it's valuable. I
It's
have plenty of time,
valuable.
but I have none to waste.
That's
And
right.
so I have another motto that I say when it comes to dating: you're nothing until I'm something. So
Mm,
like all this, and I'm not saying it's supposed to be it's not like it's a dirty little secret, no. There's nothing wrong with that. When you've decided that you want, this is the person you want to spend some time with, there's nothing wrong with that. But everything you do, we don't have to know that you guys had, that you had coffee at IHOP
Come
today. Because
on.
everything you do on social media, because again, dating is data. Dating is where you grab data. You're learning this person. Again, I'm a girl. God created me with all the toys. I know why you want to hang out at my house. I know why you want to play in my yard. I got all the toys. That's obvious. That's the outside part. We know that. Girls got all the toys. God gave us all the fun stuff. So we know they want to play in your yard. That's just a given. You learn that at 9 years old. Your mama teaches you that you don't play with those boys. This different. They get a time when their brain starts thinking differently. So we know why they want to hang out with you. Why would you let them? And why? What do they bring other than them? And they want to know the same thing about you. Substance. Everybody has to have substance. So when it comes to that, you need to get that data. You need to, if you're truly doing what you're doing during dating, that's getting the information to find out, this is the person that I want to spend my time with. Do I want to be with exclusively? Everybody that you meet can be a great friend, but everybody ain't your mate. But you don't know that if you sitting around here desperately seek like a little patting dog waiting for. That's him. We had one brother came in the church before the man could even get saved. He was a sinner, but he was just wanting prayer and just wanted to be amongst the saints, just wanted a better life. But I said before a week, that man probably had diabetes. They was baking him pies and inviting him to this and that. Can he just get Jesus? How about that? My husband said something to me. He says, when I met you, you gave me something that offered me something that was new to me. He said, you didn't offer me to come to your home. You didn't offer me anything of yourself. You offered me a closer walk with Jesus. You invited me to church. You invited me to prayer meetings. You invited me to programs. You were always uplifting Jesus. And he was like, man, I think she's great, but she's always offering me something even better than she is. And that was God. And that was very attractive to me. That flesh, that stuff, that's there. And when God is in alignment, it's nothing is sweeter than when a husband and a wife come together. But don't be doing that. Give them Jesus because of trust. But they don't know how to love Jesus. It's impossible.
Right.
Impossible
For
for
them to
them to
do it.
love you. They don't know how.
Right.
They even when they want to, they wouldn't know what to do.
Right. And I hope y'all are hearing what she said. That last part also was so key when you were talking about dating and like when to go on the date, but then you explained your love story and how your husband said you offered me something greater than you. You offered me Jesus. But I found out a lot of times we get a little twisted, like we want to offer ourselves. You know what I mean? The experience rather than the main thing, which is Jesus, the spiritual part. And y'all, I don't care what you say. You might say it's deep, but if you really want to get the good one that's for you, you need to be offering Jesus because then they will come to you correctly, right? They're not gonna send you all kind of texts in the middle of the night or the middle of the day, trying to play in your playground when you're offering them Jesus. But we I don't know. We really, I think as women have to do some soul searching and get to know Christ to know our worth. Because when you know
Mhm.
your worth, then you're not going to offer them something superficial, something that's not
Mhm.
going to last. Our playgrounds are going to droop and drop, all kind of things. But
And you
Jesus,
gotta have right. You have somebody who's gonna be willing to sand that stuff down and and help keep it together. And somebody who ain't gonna play on it with they work shoes. They're gonna put on some slippers and socks and nurture that. I mean, really, because when it comes down to it, you do. If you don't respect yourself, I mean, all these phone calls. My mama used to always tell us, everything that you ain't finished in this day, put a bookmark in it and come back. It's certain times you can't, because no matter what you think, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's something wrong with it. There's certain things that I remember women, oh, that was then. I promise you the work for you today. I promise you the work for you today. All this midnight talking, I understand. I was a young woman. What you doing? You hang up first. I did. You hang up, going to sleep on the phone. We've all experienced that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But getting those calls and all of what you doing and them sugar babies and don't never call you by your name. Why? Because it's probably a group text. You probably being connected with about
Come
15 people.
on.
Don't even call you by your name. It's a comedian. The lady was like, "Say my name, say my name." He says, "Baby, ain't it?" Right? Because they don't never know your name. He just been calling you baby. You answering to it. Nah, just
Same
you don't
text,
get.
10 women, 10 different women in the same morning,
Good
huh?
morning, good morning, beautiful. Right. Right. Yeah.
I love it.
Don't do it. I thank God for the boards in my life. My brother, I only had two brothers and they were way older, but I had a group of friends that I had in high school and those were my brothers. And I tell you, from then on, it was such a great experience dealing with those young men because I was able to watch how they interact with these women and the way I had one, he would look in the mirror and he would go, does this look convincing? I really love you. Did that look convincing? I was like, he would practice on how to lie to women. Some folk really put in great time to deceive you. They put in great time to deceive you. So you had better be real because some of these people, it's sometimes it's really hard to tell if you don't have the Spirit of God and if you're out of the way, if you're letting your flesh lead you, it will lead you straight into the pit of hell. Because these people, they are cunning. These little fine demons out here is really mean. They out for the kill. You
Oh,
know, they
yeah.
know what you're looking for. They know what you like. You know, and that's another thing too. Sometimes as women we talk, you know, I like green eggs and ham, and he'll go, me too. You know, I like walking on glass, me too. We talk too much. See, again, you have all the toys in your playground, so we know why you want to be in your yard. You need to listen so you'll know if he's somebody that you want to let touch your grass. You want him around you. If you want him to come in your yard, because you need to know if he's conducive to who you are naturally, who you are spiritually. If you know where God is taking you, you know if he'll be able to ride, if he'll be able to go with you. I think about my husband. I asked him I asked him, I asked him a question. I said, if you could do anything in the world, if money was no object, what would you do? He said, I would get a big house and I would raise a bunch of young men because men, if we raise men in admiration of the Lord, then they'll have great families and we'll have a better world. Now, that was just his answer. Didn't think of it. It came out quick. That's what he thought about. He didn't know anything about me. I wasn't telling him everything about me. He didn't know that my ministry was children. He didn't know I was just a girl and he was just a guy. He didn't know nothing about me. But that let me know that's somebody I could listen to again. He got another question because, again, I'm collecting data. I need to know, are you conducive to, because bottom line, don't waste your time. We have time, but we ain't got none to waste. If I want diamonds, I'm going to go to Zales. That's where I'm going to go. That's my jewelry store. I like Zales. Now, there's another one, a local one called Connors. That's where my diamonds come from. That's what I like. I like them. They're reasonable. They find me nice, good stuff that I like. If I want diamonds, I'm not going now, and I'm not against those people that do. There's some things that's in the department store you get a little bit of everything, but just don't be surprised about the quality that you get. I can guarantee you that Walmart diamond is not the same as that Zales. It's not. They can say it is, but it's not.
It may
It's not.
even look like it's the same, but it's
But
not.
it's not. And you definitely not going. I'm not definitely not going to buy a diamond from Foot Locker.
Come on.
When you want diamonds, you go where diamonds are. When I want chicken, I don't usually buy chicken from Burger King because you're the Burger King. You're not the Chicken King. If I want a burger, I go to Burger King. If I want chicken, I go to Chick-fil-A. That's where you can dabble in other stuff, but really, when you see those people that dabble very, very, very few times, do the things they dabble in taste better than things that they are known for, that they're popular for, that they were started, that they were anointed for. The chicken sandwich at Burger King don't taste better than the burger at Burger King. None of the food
The
tastes at
chicken
Burger King. But
sandwich at Burger King don't taste better than Chick-fil-A. Come on here.
exactly. And so it's like you got to, exactly. So you have to know, because I often say that too, talking about the brands. I said, if I can get 10 nuggets for 99 cents at, at Burger King, what am I eating at Chick-fil-A? If this for 99 cents I can get this, what is that? What is the difference? And we have to do that for ourselves. Because again, folks still go get them 99-cent nuggets, 20 nuggets for 99 cents, all that ground up, who knows what, that they're eating. They'll go there. But when they want a treat, they go to Chick-fil-A when they want something real. And that's all I'm summons for is that women be Chick-fil-A. Go 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 and get something of quality so that's known for quality. They don't even have to they ain't gotta touch you. They ain't even gotta bite you. They don't have to never touch you or something, but they know that you are quality because of the way just for the stigma and that you've carried yourself in, just because of just the aura that you have around you. You know you're not in everybody's face. You ain't giving everybody full fun of hugs. It's simple little things, but they matter. Those things matter. Be quality. Be a quality woman. Be a woman of substance. Because again, we want him to. He had to make 6 figures, and he had to wear a suit to bed, and he got to had drive this kind of car, and he had to look like this, and then you walking around here in the bonnet and your pajamas at Walmart. Come on.
It's
He
so
wants to be. He wants to be proud too. Again, if you are a prize, you have to be polished. Don't
yes.
nobody want no dingy trophy,
Yes.
chipped all up.
That's
Get yourself together. Get yourself together. It's not just on the outside. You need some internal
come on.
substance. He needs some minister. And don't mess around and have a man of God, because when he gets done giving to the people, you are his help. He needs someone to be able to minister to him, not only physically but spiritually too. When you see him toiling with somebody needs to be able to anoint his hand,
Mhm.
be able to call his name out. And oh, that you talking about? I might get flowers. If my husband wake up during prayer, when my prayer hour, and he was like he woke up to me calling his name. You talking about somebody that might get some extra candies and might go get my car washed. He might do other little extra stuff. I might come in with a little Zelle box on the table. Because he appreciates having somebody of quality and substance that's helping him stay afloat, that's getting to God. I go to God for my husband. We have to be willing to. It ain't all about we girls. Of course, they're gonna take care of us. That's what God is commanding them to do. But when you get to it, you have to take care of you and take care of them too in some areas. That virtuous woman, she was up, making things happen. She wasn't just sitting back waiting for somebody to go get her nails done and get her some inches. She wasn't, just wait. She wasn't waiting to get her Shein cart filled. I mean, come on.
Amazon, all of that, all of that. Just we are so excited, y'all. I mean, you should have had your notepad. If you didn't get your notepad, make sure you come back and watch the replay and share this with this. So many tips. I could like go in and in and keep going, but we don't want to keep y'all here all day. We just maybe we'll invite her back again. Of course we will. Of
That's what you have to do. I
course we
should
will.
I should have a weekly segment time with Mama Shauna. Just
Come on, we can do it, y'all. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. We want Mama
we'll,
Shana.
that's right. We'll talk about. I don't have the time to create my own, but I will. I would love to be a part of something that you do monthly, weekly. We could
Oh,
just have some time. We could ask questions anytime because it's like little things. It's the little foxes that just destroy the vines. And some people wonder, like, I've been living saved and it seems I'm going to wedding after wedding and nobody seems to choose me. And what am I doing wrong? Sometimes it's not even something that you're doing wrong. It may be just some things that's out of place, or some things that need to be. It may not be nothing at all. It may not be God's time, but you want to make sure that we are in position to get the full blessings of God when He wants us to have Him. There's nothing like being out of place when you know that when manna is falling and you somewhere else with your bucket out, clean bucket, polished bucket, but it's in the wrong location. Right. You over there where they throwing when you looking for diamonds and you at Foot Locker. You had your bag out, but you out of position. And we have to just make sure as women that we stay in position, mainly position with God, because we align ourselves with Him. Everything that He has will be at our feet when we need it. We have to have an appetite for
Everything.
Him. Everything's everything.
Everything.
Can't nobody do you like Jesus. Can't nobody give you what He can do. They can't. And He
Yes.
wants us to have it all. He wants us to have it all.
I love it. You all, she has a wealth of knowledge and experiences. You see the stream going across the bottom. We want you to put your questions down in there if you have them, or you can DM me directly. We'll make sure we get her back so that she can answer the questions and share some more tips. We're going to drop her Cash App because we would love for you all to be a blessing to her. I'm going to be a blessing. So make sure you contact her at $ there it is SHANAPOLLARD to be a blessing to her. It doesn't matter what type of blessing you want to be. She will use it all. So please, 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 be a blessing to her. And again, we thank you so much for taking time out to talk. It's always good to catch up with you, but I appreciate
Amen.
you for taking the time out to share with these women all around the world, all around the world. We just want you to know that you're not in this by yourself. That if you have the desire to be married, you will be married. But the main goal is keeping God first. When you keep Him first, look, she already said it. Everything else is going to be added unto you. Just don't get tired waiting. Be not
Mm-mm.
well doing for in due season. Even if that season is 5, 10 years from now, 1 year, 30 days, whatever it is, you shall reap if you faint not, and it's gonna be good. So don't get tired. Thank you so much, Mama Shauna. We love you. And
Love you too. I want to say one thing because you grabbed something when you said that. They said it's hard waiting on God, but ain't nothing harder than when you don't wait on Him and you stuck with what your decisions are. Oh, you think you going through, but having the wrong thing at the wrong time is so much work. You be like, oh, if I could go back to the days of waiting. Oh, if I could go back to the days of waiting. So yeah, you want God. You want God. I'm just so excited. So you guys have me back because I could chat and talk about girl stuff all day long.
we know, and we definitely will. So, you all, until next time, be blessed, and we will see you soon. Ciao.